everybody doing? Got a flat box today, and I got some bills. So we'll be doing some bills. We'll run through this box. I'm not going to do anything with the box tonight as far as Superstar members. Hard to tell through the back whether it's circulated enough. So I think what we're going to do tonight, we're going to give Walker a break on giveaways. If we find something in the box, we'll use that for giveaways. If we find something in the bills, we'll use that for giveaways. And then I may do an end of stream giveaway for at the end of the night. So anyway, we got a super glued box here. Let me get my special box opening device here. I haven't gotten these boxes in a while. These are the ones that I really fought on getting circulated coins, and as you can see on this one, it looks like there are a lot of newer coins. So we're just going to hunt this and see what happens. It does look like there are some rows that are circulated, but there's also a lot of new ones. So wasn't sure. I thought I'd pick one up because I haven't got one in a while, and it is better circulated than we were getting. So we'll just see how it goes. Let's run the list, see who all is here tonight. Let me go to live chat and participants. And here we go. I see Aaron Foy, Brian Jensen, Brian Robeson, Chicken Man Dan, Crafty Dragon, Dad Spare Change, Denmo, Fleabag, JC Lights Pam, Jim Thompson, Michael Erickson, Paul was here, the Jolly Roger, Treasure Hog, and Union Deposit Treasures. So welcome everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. We usually do a short format kind of stream on Tuesdays. So we're gonna, there's Martin Bowen. Say hi to Gabe for me, Martin. Gabe and Valerie and all the chillin'. So there's a full row of new ones to start it off with. So I need to start picking some of these up every now and then just to get them out. Hey, BX Ringer, just to get them out of the bank. These are 2020s, so I ran into this before. I had a whole box of 2020s. These are 2023s, so it looks like everything in this row, or several of them, are going to be 2020s. That's still so odd. There's a 2023. So those are NIFCs last year. Hey, Valerie. Howdy from Gabe. How you doing, Gabe? Hope y'all had a good supper. Quick update. I am not planning on streaming this weekend. Just going to take a break. Will not be streaming for the next 2 Saturdays. I'm going out to visit Superfan Gabe and Martin and Valerie next week. So I'll be gone that Saturday, and I'm just going to take a break this Saturday. Not to put too fine a point on it, this Saturday will be the 1 year anniversary of Allison's passing, and I just don't feel good about streaming on that day. So we're gonna take the day off. I will try to stream Tuesday though. There's another 2020. I will try to stream Tuesday. We'll see how that goes, and then I'll be back on, I'm not sure if I'm going to stream. I know I'm not going to stream the next Saturday. I may not stream the next Tuesday. The next Tuesday after that is my birthday. Yep, there you go, Dad Spare Change. So the Tuesday after I get back on the 19th will be my birthday. This coming Saturday would have been Allison and mine's 40th wedding anniversary. We would have been married 40 years this Saturday. So, sad time of the month. Time to take a little break, regroup, get ready to push through the end of the year. There's another 2020s. Looks like we're going to have a bunch of NIFCs again. Those are pretty coins. I mean, they are clean. But y'all remember I got a full box of 2020s in these flat boxes not so long ago. Nick Moner, how are you doing? Oh, I did not. Let me do a couple things here. Has everybody been getting the cool weather? Have you all been getting a turn with the cooler weather? It has been so nice today, and we got maybe another day or so of it before we start getting into the warmer weather again. And it's not only been cool, but the sun's not been shining hardly at all. So I enjoyed that. Hey, Otis, 68 this morning. Yeah, it felt cool. I let the dogs out a little bit ago. I let the dogs out, and it felt really cool out there then. So 2020.
Very generous of
you. Original ATOG. Can't stick around. Have a great hunt. Looking forward to November's coin show. Thank you, man. Very generous of you. You are a super guy. Original ATOG was pleased to have met him a couple years, 3 years ago now, I guess, at Paul's house. He is a great content provider if you have not checked his channel out. Very informative, very knowledgeable on coins, so make sure you check him out. Going to be hot as heck. Isn't it funny now? You know, Nick, you're up there in the Northland getting hammered, and I'm down here in the South, and it's feeling like October down here. Feeling like October. Thank you again, Mr. ATOG. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Yeah, it is crazy right now. It is crazy. So I hope to get all of I'll start working on shipping tomorrow and get all of that done before the weekend. There's another 2020. I'm probably just going to quit keeping counting these, because there's just going to be so many of them. We're really not paying out on the NIFCs tonight. We would easily make the number anyway, so I'm probably, now that I've established we're going to get a bunch of them, I'm just going to start throwing them back. Fleabag, how are you doing? Update, my platelets are going up, but now white blood cell count and red blood cell count going down. Make up your mind, blood cells. Get it together. Get it together, blood cells. Pick a lane. There's a lady that does slot machines on YouTube, Lady Luck HQ or something like that, and she'll tell the slots when it's like, pick a lane. So are any of the preseason games going to be televised this week? I think there's supposed to be games Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday games. NFL, yeah, I don't do NFL Network. Well, I used to. I kept it when Allison was with me, but I had to make sure she had her football fixed, but I'm not willing to pay that much for me just to have it. I still got you on the prayer list at church, Fleabag. We're still very much in your corner, my friend. And a bicentennial. Let me change that out. Hey Otis, how are you doing? Yeah, I've been loving this weather. My weed eater didn't want to run today. I got out and cut the grass this morning, and my weed eater would crank, but it didn't want to stay, you know, didn't want to stay on the throttle once I tried to start cutting with it. So it was my dad's weed eater. He gave it to me when he moved out of his house. Hey, Roger Ivy. And so I've kind of got it. He gave it to me, and it probably hasn't had a fuel filter in it since he's owned it, and I don't know how old it is. I didn't look up the model number or anything, but so I went and bought a fuel filter and put in it, and it did a little bit better once I did that, but it still wouldn't hold wide open throttle. It's a 4-stroke engine, not a 2-stroke. So I think I'm going to change fuel line, put a new plug in it, give it a good tune-up before I use it next time. Y'all ever had a problem with that? It would run if I kept the throttle just kind of, you know, throttle back a little bit. It would run for a little while, but it wouldn't stay running if I tried to throw the juice to it, so to speak. 72D. Hey, LNW. Super mechanic. I don't know about all that. I do like to do mechanic work. I did that for kind of my beginning of my working career, and then got away from it. I like to do, and it, you know, weed eaters are kind of easy. Hey there, NIFCs. You don't have to have a bunch of high-tech tools and stuff. I figure if I can put a fuel filter in a weed eater, anybody can. Hey, Shell Bell. Hope everybody's work week gotten off to a good start. That's the best circulated roll we've had yet. $71D. Are y'all still getting the smoke from the Canadian wildfires up there, Shell Bell, Chicken Man? Hey, Visterian. Here's a 2024D. It's funny, a 2024D nickel is worth more than a 2024D $50. Hey, David Rubin. $74D. Oh, air quality warning. Wow. back side of the box, looking like it's got a little more circulation to it. Got more 2020s there. A2P. $73D. So last night I went to bed. I've seen it before, I think. It's been a long time. I watched Justice League again with, you know, Superman, Batman, The Flash, and Aquaman, and the Cyborg. And so then I saw a scene or something on YouTube. It was the same show, but from a different director. So I started watching that this afternoon for a little while before the stream to see what the difference was, because I kept seeing scenes, one scene where the bad guy puts the axe on Superman and it just kind of tickles him, you know. And so I kept looking for that in the movie I was watching the other night, and it never happened. And now I found out there's two of them from different directors. So, and also Jurassic Park came out on Prime today, so I'm thinking about renting it. Jacob's coming to stay the night tomorrow. Dr. Rick, how are you? So we may rent that and watch it tomorrow night. Lots of new ones. Yeah, I'm loving this cool weather while we got it. Supposed to be another nice one tomorrow, high about 84. And with the sun not coming out at all. I mean, I haven't seen the sun in 2 days, but it's not rained any. Oh yeah, yeah. You told me you didn't like it as good as the first one. Oh wow. $25,000, wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta protect. You gotta protect. I saw they had another big fire going in California too. How are you coming, BH Ringer? Are you still having good days, bad days? Are you getting back on your feet good? Saw Rick did a house update the other night. Pa had a dollar bill hunt today. What day did y'all vote on the Pa's 100,000 sub blowout? The 16th or the 23rd, I think, were the options. Hey, Gilbert Rogers. Oh, is it? Oh well. The big dogs have to figure it out. Gatita, member for 6 months. Thank you, Gatita. Very nice of you. I appreciate it. There's an 82p with a FG. I saw Sir Benji was back on. Good to see him back in action. Oh, it did it. There's Pa. Or is it Pa? Pa? Did somebody say Pa? I don't see Pa. Where's Pa? There's Pa. Hey, Pa, spare time. How are you doing? How are you doing? What is up? Martin had one so crazy he's afraid to tell anybody because he figured he'd be called a liar. Intense physio's pretty sore now. Well, I hope more good than bad. I know it's a journey. I do know it's a journey. I'm getting ready for the big shindig. Yeah, that'll do it, Littlefoot. That'll do it. Hey, show me, how are you? Found a W minute Lowell. Nice, nice. W quarters are always a good find. I have found a few. I haven't. I hunted boxes of nickel of quarters for a while. Then I kind of got away from it. I did find a few. I did find a few when I was hunting. I've had super good. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you, Pa. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's going to be a tough week. Have be a year this Saturday. Next Saturday will be our anniversary. So just a tough month. So I'm not gonna stream this coming Saturday. I'm gonna take actually the next 2 Saturdays off, and I plan to stream next Tuesday. Just watch for a notification. Watch for a notification. I haven't found the set in those. The last two straps of ones I got from my credit union were all 2021 brand new bills. I've gotten two full $500 straps of those, so I can't win for losing on circulation down here. Can't win for losing. And my tellers hate it when I bring those new stacks of $1 bills in, because they don't feed real good through the bill counter. They don't like to see them. When I do carry them, I try to do it kind of in the off hours, not at when they're at their busiest. Thank you, David. Martin Bowen goes out and hit the slot. Look at him go. Look at him go. One quarter away. Wow, nice, Crafty. Interesting email received today. Email from Boys Fall Baseball League that I could pick the equipment and the coaches meeting was next. Oh my, oh Paul, you opened the door. Don't remember volunteering. Oh man. So what was your answering email? Is the question. And you opened the door on that one time, let them peek in, and now you're on speed dial. On the speed dialer. Last row. Hey, Silver Serpent. All right, gonna do it. As I suspected, not very happy boxes. All right, so let me do some rearranging here. Ouch, and goodies I gotta get shipped. Get this set back up and changed over to Hunt Bills with. Oh yeah, I bet. Well, if you do your extravaganza on the 16th, Paul, you can start as early as you would like because I'm not planning on streaming that day. So if you need to get an early start on it, if you do it on the 16th, feel free to start when you want to. Oh, let's see, I got to change this one. I got to change that one. Give me just a second to get these cameras set up. I did away with one of my cameras. And I didn't think about the consequences. Didn't think about the consequences. All right, let me put some of these bills under here and see what it looks like. It should work. Let's see. Get my other box. Second to get organized. Yeah. Harder for me to see chat, so when I'm doing bills, so I apologize if I missed something, missed somebody rather. Hey, Jim Cantor. I don't see a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. There's a possible zip code note. That is a zip code for Texas, Amarillo, Texas. I'll add that to my list. I'm hoping to one day do a United States map, and my plan is to put one of these bills in a little clear holder and put one on each state and kind of do a state map of dollar bill zip code notes. But I need a bigger map, and I tell you what, those things are kind of pricey too. Good try, Littlefoot. Good try. Another possible zip code, 96094, is zip code 96094. Hold on just a second. Y'all not gonna believe what city this is the zip code for. Weed City, California. Weed City, California. Time kind of moved a little slow there. They're on token time. Yeah, y'all probably thought I was going to say Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yeah, I was looking at them there, man. You know, for a good size one, they're over $100, around $99 or so. Cause I'd want one in a frame too. You know, I guess I could buy a big piece of cork board and then buy a map and glue it on it, and then frame that. Maybe cheaper to do it that way. But yeah, Martin's been, see ya, Pa. Martin's been picking up a few too for the calls. One, two, three, one. Oh. Here we go on the Tuesday night yawn again. Pa, you still here? Well, I still got $450 worth of ones. Oh, you meant yawning already? I meant to tell Pa too, this was the month of the anniversary of when they lost their son too, so it's not a good month for them either. I should have reciprocated right in with that, and it slipped my mind. I'll have to shoot him a text. But yeah, this is the month where they lost Adam. I guess it's been 3 years now. Hey, tea time. Bad storming down there. Yeah, I know. I'm sure he does. I'll shoot him a text. Shoot him a text. But yeah, you're right. I'm sure he understands. Getting some older ones over the 2009 or 2006. Hey, Law. Hey, Scott. Thank you, Scott. It just, I'm not sure what the brand is. A Ridgeway. It was my mom's clock, and I ended up with it when she passed. A Ridgeway. I have to set it right before the stream every day when we start, because it'll usually be about 4 or 5 minutes off by the time in between stream times. So okay. I don't think they're crazy expensive. You can probably find them, you know, for not a lot of money. This was not like a, you know, a very expensive clock to my knowledge. I might be wrong. I mean, now, you know, Scott, if it's worth, if you find out that they cost about $100,000, let me see if I can make you a deal. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't sell it, but I don't think they're very expensive. But they are. They do sound good. You are right about that. Lyle, what you been up to, buddy? 4, 2 6s. When I start looking, if it's a ladder or a broken ladder or whatever, I just try to look and see if I got any duplicated numbers before I go trying to. Oop, first star note. Star note. We'll look that up after the fact so we can keep things moving. It really surprises me. I wouldn't have, of course, I have no clue. I've never bought a, a clock like that, so I really don't have any way to know about how much they run, but okay, thanks Scott, thanks Shilbell. So now you know. The more you know, the more money you can spend. One 696. I heard something bump. Let me go check on and see what that might have been. I'll be right back. Make sure the dog haven't done anything. All good. They're in there sleeping in the recliners. Walker's in a recliner and Angus is on the couch. Hannah, bless her heart, took all the covers off the couch and washed them today and put the couch cover back on. Well, I got that one that had 6 in a row, I believe. I've got that broken ladder I found the other day. Had that low serial number. Oh, did it? Six 6698 6639. Yeah, I guess that low serial number that I found the other day would probably be my best one so far, because it had what, 5 zeros, and then it was a 230th bill of that run. I think it was 231 or something like that. Oops, Silver Serpent hit the slots. Got another star note to end the strap coming up. Well, two obvious choices for your regular stuff, like the cheapest route to go that's still a good reference book is what to do there. This one here, it is the official red book for United States paper money. You can get these at Barnes and Noble, and I think this one was $24.95. $24.95. It does a pretty good job. It gives you some grading. All right, that's fine. I can send you the information on Discord, T-Time, if you'll remind me. If you will remind me, I will send it to you on Discord. I forgot you were driving. There's another possible zip code note. Eight 22695. 82695. Don't think that one's going to be don't think that's going to be one. $20.21. What happened? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Yep, that's the trinary. Oh. Oh. Enable all you want. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. o'clock. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it, Scott. I can show you a picture of it. There it is. Yeah, I agree, Scott. It is. It is comfort. I've had it around so long now. Sometimes it chimes and I don't even hear it anymore. It just kind of blends in with the creaks and groans of the house, you know. And my hearing's so bad I can't really hear it at all if I'm not in here with it, unless I've got my hearing aids in. It's magic, Crafty. WalkerMagnet. I'm WalkerMagnet. Hey, Joey Brown. Yeah, I don't think that one is the code either. Yeah, I don't keep those unless they correspond with a zip code that I'm looking for, or they're not a low enough serial number to make a difference. And I don't want to tie a bunch of money up into dollar bills unless they have at least a little significance, you know? You mean what I know? What are you up to, Joey Brown? Yeah, now that would be a keeper for sure. That would be a keeper for sure. Tom Thumb, good evening. Don't text and drive. Don't look and drive. That would be the worst, to find out somebody was trying to watch the stream as they drove and had a wreck. Yeah. I tell you what, now these trucks and cars nowadays, they almost drive themselves. You get used to, there's one with a rip in it. That doesn't add any value, by the way. You get used to driving on the interstate with them. They kind of keep you in the lane, you know, and they do all this stuff to keep you alert. And then sometimes you get off the interstate and you forget that it's not driving for you anymore. So I love all the little features that on my truck make driving on the interstate so easy. Then I found a deal the other day on it that one day I was sitting, I don't know, somewhere waiting on my dad or had some time. I was sitting in the truck and I found a feature you turn on that when you, like if you stop at a red light, it will hold the brake for you. So if you hold the brake till you get stopped and then let up, it will keep the brake on, so you don't have to sit there with your foot on the brake the whole time you're stopped at a red light. The only feature I don't like is the one that cuts the engine on and off every time you stop, but I deactivate it. But I usually don't remember to do that till it does it the first time when I get back in it. Yeah, I saw, it may have been on YouTube or read an article in my news feed or something that was talking about how bad that is for engines. You know, especially if you set if you're in a lot of stop and go traffic and it's starting and shutting off and starting and shutting off, wear and tear on the starter, you know, wear and tear on the camshaft and all that upper engine stuff where the oil drains out of it, then it cold starts, you know, it starts up and shuts off, and I just don't think it's good for the truck. So I try to shut it off every time I get in there, but I use the rest of it, you know. I mean, I'm aware, I'm not, you know, I'm not searching dollar bills or nothing while I'm at the light. But it is nice to be able to just sit there with your foot off the brake and it'll hold it there. Yeah, I don't like it either. I can never remember. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't remember to shut it off right when I get in the car. So I have to wait till it shuts off the first time before I can remember to cut it off. Now that's another thing I don't like. I do not like the push to start features. You know, Shelbell and Daniel came down to visit. We went out to Pa's house and spent a couple days, 2 or 3 days. Got ready to come home and I pushed the button and it wouldn't crank. It says key not detected. And for whatever reason, having the batteries kept going dead in them. Luckily, I had a battery in the console because I'd had that problem before, but you know, I hear there's some kind of way you can still start it if that does happen, but I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, really. Exactly. Keys in your hand and it don't detect it. I had an old truck like that with 3 on the tree, and I had to park it on the hill because it got where it didn't want to crank, and I'd roll it down the hill to get it going. Jolly Roger, I've been there, done that. 1812 to 1934. That could be a tombstone note. How old would they be? 1812. Whew, they'd be 122 years old. Yeah, thank y'all. Y'all quicker on the calculator. I don't think that'll make the tombstone requirement. I hear that, you know, Ford had one of the only small size pickup trucks. I think Hyundai has kind of a pickup truck that's like a small size. I hear Toyota is fixing to come back out with a small truck under mid-size. So whatever size mini truck, whatever you want, however you want to figure that out. I had a buddy of mine that his clutch went out, and he would get the car going with the starter, just crank the starter with it in gear, and get it going that way. The thing is, back in those days, if it wouldn't start, you had options, you know. Oh, nice, Aaron. I had a little Dodge Neon that I taught Hannah Jacob. I never did teach Jacob how to drive a stick. He had those big 14 double E feet. He wasn't clutch friendly. Guard dog Angus on the job. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. I worked on diesels. I drove them a little bit, Tom, just as around the yard, moving trailers and things of that nature. I could have drove over the road if I had wanted to, but in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't. I had two uncles that drove it. It was that's can be a tough kind of life. You make a good living at it. You get the right job. Hey, Silver Addiction. Had one guy, he had a stick shift in his truck that when I bass fished.
Can't touch this.
And I was one of the only guys that fished with him that could pull his boat out of the ramp without burning the clutch up. He loved the truck, but he hated getting stuff out of the water with it because there wasn't very many people that could pull that boat up out of the water without smoking the clutch. My truck got 10 speeds. That thing changing all day long. Three 913 9316. You would be an expert on that, Shelley. You would be the expert on that. I worked at an auto parts store, had a little Volkswagen pickup. And man, that thing was so ratty. I was going down the road to deliver some parts, and the doggone gear shift come off in my hand. I called my boss to tell him. He's like, "Why ain't you there yet?" I was like, "Well, I'm on the side of the road." And the gear shift come off in my hand. He said, "Well, stick that thing back in there. You got to get those parts delivered." Yeah, if you look in the dictionary under leadfoot, you see a picture of Shelley. No, I don't think it was. It was pretty. It was clean. It was very clean, but it was not a clean coin. I think JC Like Pound should have it in hand by now. Ooh, Valerie Bowen hit the slots. That one kind of cool looking. 6757 5675 6757 5765. Yeah. Yeah, because you're looking at it and you're like, man, that ought to be something. I ought to be able to look at that long enough and make it into something. 4 5s. Yeah, this is true. You're right about that. I did. I think it was like a subconscious thing. It wasn't really registering the fact that that Chicken Man Dan drove every day. Did not think about that. You are correct. I was always the driver, even when Allison was driving. Hey, John Chum. Got about 35 more minutes. Bunch of 8s. Look pretty good. What you been up to, John? Big bad John. Yeah, I don't miss those days, Littlefoot. There's a 73565. Seven, 3, 5, 6, 5 is Ryan, Oklahoma. So we've got 3 zip code notes so far. I need to go through my bills and see how many I have. I know Martin's keeping some too. And so that I can get a list of them going. Get a list of them going. I've got them all labeled in my box where I'm keeping my bills at, so shouldn't be much trouble to find it all. Good night, Silver Diction. Take care, man. Be safe out there. Hey, Brent Straddle. 19 months. Thank you so much there, Aaron. I appreciate you, brother. That true. That would be a great savings plan. I guess the 2 hardest notes to find, although I don't guess they would, because it's not like a zip code note for Alaska actually came from Alaska. You know, it's just how the numbers fall. So I guess you got as good a chance of finding any of them as you do any of the others. "24 months, 2 years, what a ride." Well, thank you, Shell Bell. Thank you. You are too kind by far. No, he would come through here very, very, very rarely. I mainly would see him in Rick's stream, and I think he would be, didn't watch Coin Op stream last night, but sometimes he'll be in Coin Op. You go, JC. Thank you, my friend. I surely appreciate it. Yeah, Kason, that's another one. That's right. You're right about that. I saw Sir Benji on earlier. I didn't stay long. He started at 5. He may still be on. I think he's been went on, I think every summer he does a long camping, goes out to a state park with a camper and stays for a while, so. Six one 4 4 6 2 4 4. Almost a repeater. That would be great. Tea time, would be glad to see you. How far a drive is it from Savannah? Thomas coming in with the sticker. Super chat, super sticker. Generous man that he is, $3. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you. You are a good feller. being a good fella. So now you have. You can mark that one off your list. We'll try not to spread it out. We'll just try to keep it between the 39 of us. Close-knit family, information only. Shelby, what time was y'all's plane supposed to come in to Chattanooga in November? I'm going to have to refresh my memory as we get closer for sure. Gotcha. I figured I would pick you up at the airport, try to get there early enough to pick you up. I mean, we could leave at 8 o'clock and be there in plenty of time. I don't know how far the airport is away from there, though. Have to do a little researching. I hadn't even thought about that, Michael Erickson. The possibilities. The possibilities. The possibilities. Man, that was almost a good one. Almost a really good one. And that'd have been a 1 or a 2. I would have kept that bad boy. I'd have kept that one. That would have been a keeper. Okay, all right, Shield Bill. This is the last strap. Going to work out just about perfect. Kind of a birthday note. I don't like that, how that's oriented. 08, 0, yeah. I don't like how that one's set up. Ooh, Martin Bowen again. Repeat. Valerie hit it. Martin hit it. I think it may be rigged. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I wanted to say that it varied because it was a penny weight was the amount of a product you could buy for a penny. There's a big coin show in Colorado in Denver I went to last year. for the bills. Let's look these star notes up. We had 2 star notes, 3 zip code notes. That one is not rare. Oh, 2017A. Wrong series. And that one's not rare either. All right, so for a giveaway, I think what we're gonna do for giveaway, I'm gonna do a 40%er. We'll do one EOS 40%er for a giveaway. Kind of a lackluster hunt tonight. There it is, 67. And then we will call it a night. Got 2 minutes to get in. 2 minutes to get in for a 67, as Southern Metal says, best year ever. Appreciate y'all dropping in tonight. I know it wasn't a very exciting hunt, but it was a hunt none the same. Really wish. I mean, I see so many people finding silver in those flat boxes. It's so discouraging to have to, hey Jonathan Eason, to fight the, hey Roy Hathaway, to fight the uncirculated boxes as much as I am on those. I see so many people hunting them. You know, occasionally they'll get an uncirculated box, but I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, I might not be seeing the big picture, but don't seem to be getting as many as I do. "49 seconds. No problem, my friend there, Mr. Bowen. Tell Gabe I said good night. He's probably fixing to go to bed or maybe already head that way. You're welcome, Littlefoot. Thank y'all for dropping in tonight. One last yawn before I go. All right, that's going to do it. Good luck, everybody. Here we go, picking a winner. Good luck, and the winner is Fleabag. My good buddy Fleabag has won the giveaway. Woo! There we go. All right. thanks everybody for being in tonight. It was fun. We had some better finds, but we did get a couple star notes. Nothing really on the $half, but you know, it was a hunt nonetheless. So everybody, y'all take care. Hope you have a good week. And so it will be next Tuesday at the earliest before I see you again. So y'all have a good week. Make sure you drop in and check Pa and Honey Southwest Ohio and Copper Owl out over the weekend. Keep supporting the channels, and we will see you guys again soon. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being in tonight.